All right, guys. Welcome to our pitch. We took a bit of a different angle, so we're not working with actual on-chain data. We took a different angle. So we developed CryptoCanal over the last 2 days, which is a method to stay up to date with the latest news and on-chain metrics. And the reason why we did this is because there's a lot of newsletters out there, but these newsletters don't support their articles with on-chain data, and we wanted to change that. So we made a way to actually get an aggregate of all the news, but include the necessary charts of all the on-chain metrics that you actually need. So how did we do that? We opted for a machine learning-based approach. So what we did was we first gathered data from like all different sources. So a bunch of different APIs, aggregate everything that we could find. Subsequently, we added some metadata, so like all different keywords that we needed. We added abstracts using OpenAI. And afterwards, we did clustering. So in order to give you an actual wide overview of everything that happened over the last week, we used bird topic modeling, so using transformers, to find out which topics are actually being discussed over the last few weeks, and gave you the most representative for each of these clusters. Then, afterwards, we selected the most relevant and distinct ones. We selected the charts that actually match with the content of the news, and subsequently, we structured this in a nice format. So, just to give you an overview of the nice format, you can check it also because it's on the... All right? Yes. All right, well, if you want to take a closer look at the news article, at the newsletter, you can do that yourself.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, so hello everyone. I am a data scientist working from Dragonfly, Hill Dobby on Dune, and I thought the most effective thing I could do was surfacing sandwich trades on Dune so that everyone can actually look into them and analyze more into the data. So that's what I did. I have a PR that is open on Dune. Well, I can't really do anything more than that. I just need to wait for the Dune team to actually merge it, so they don't work on weekends. But hopefully they'll do that soon. It has all the MEV trades abstracted for Ethereum, BNB, Avalanche, Gnosis, Optimism, Arbitrum, Phantom, and Polygon. I have some heuristics I defined. They're pretty simple, so I'm not going to necessarily go into them, but basically I'm looking that there's a background, a front run, and the background transactions, that some transaction got sandwiched in the middle. And yeah, so it will be available on Dune soon. In order to showcase kind of a high-level understanding of it, I made a quick dashboard that like showcases the high level of the Ethereum portion. I only used Dune itself, so it is running straight on Dune v2, and I couldn't actually leverage the entire cross-chain analytics. I need to wait for Spellbook to merge that. But here you can see some quick charts. I'm not necessarily the biggest expert in MEV, so it's also kind of a high level so that people can look deeper into it, fork my queries, and get some more analytics going. So yeah, that's my project. Thanks a lot for listening.
Hi, my name is Peter, and together with my team, we created Aleph Chat. We are basically a gateway to secure and privacy-preserving messaging, and we are facilitating the Aleph 0 blockchain. So basically, we enabled a very easy way to be able to communicate with everybody in the Aleph 0 community in a secure and private-preserving way. We created an UI where anybody can just write a message, and it's end-to-end encrypted using RSA, so it's pretty solid. And yeah, that's basically it. We have, like, our huge vision would be to become something like WeChat in the Aleph 0 ecosystem. So we want to integrate with identity providers, with like payment integrations, etc. But yeah, some technical details. We are SA end-to-end encrypted. We are decentralized. We use Aleph 0 blockchain, and that's why we are also censorship resistant. And we also integrated to the biggest wallets in the ecosystem. That's our future plans. Like I said, we want to go into identity, community, and also payments. And yeah, I would say that's basically it. Here are some pictures of how the app looks like. And thank you. Okay, yeah, basically there is a processing fee, but because Alpha 0 is very, very cheap, it's like $0.003 per message. And we talked with the team, we tried to do it more cheaply, but we didn't find the time to create it like without smart contracts. But there is a possibility. Yes, something like that. It's pretty cheap.
Oh, it's there. Great. So hi everyone. This is Alberto from the Secret Angels team, and today I'm going to introduce to you how we leverage safe modules with account abstraction plus Sysmo Connect to obtain a system of anonymous social recovery. So the idea is simple. Social recovery, as of now, requires the participants in the social recovery, so that those people that can help you recover the account that you lost, they kind of know each other because of the intrinsic nature of blockchains, because everything is public. So the idea is we use Sysmo groups to allow you to set a list of people that can recover the account when you reach a certain threshold that does not know each other. This is something really cool. And as you can see here, you have two sections in the app. The first one is for the word, the person that wants to decide who has to be an angel. And then there's a section for angels that can just connect to Sysmo, generate a ZK proof that will be then sent on chain. And with the on-chain proof, once you reach the threshold, you can just recover the account through the safe module. So this is really the product. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
So if you have like people being like that you don't know, is it like random people?
No, of course, it's people that you know. You as the protected one, you know, but like the other people, they don't know each other, so they cannot communicate, they cannot code. Yes? No, because there's not Sysmo scroll nor safe, so it was basically impossible. Basically, you want to?
Yeah, basically, we have a safe and we sign a transaction that you can only do if you are connected with Sysmo and you're eligible. And then you choose a threshold. Imagine you have like 5 angels. If 3 angels sign it, then you can move your funds to another.
More specifically on how it initiates, we have a time lock at the beginning. You can check in the code. It's public on our GitHub.
Okay, sorry, no more questions. The time's up. Sorry.
Okay. Hi, everyone. We spent not much time on this, but we decided it could be cool if we would implement it. We came up to idea to build a utility NFT token, where each NFT represents address where any arbitrary smart contract could be deployed. This means that anyone can mint such NFTs by brute forcing salts, and they could find pretty cool addresses. Like you see, we wrote like 10 lines of code in Python and brute forced it a bit and found address with 4 zeros in the beginning. And owner of this NFT is eligible to deploy arbitrary smart contract to this address. So people who have GPUs and have resources to mine these addresses can mine, mint, and sell them. And those who wanna deploy the protocols or multi-sigs or any other smart contracts to cool vanity addresses, they can just buy NFT and deploy it. And
okay, we have time for one question.
Okay. It's working, and it have no extra interface, but everything can be done on Etherscan. Just call deploy here with token ID and bytecode. Create 3 to not depend from bytecode hash.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So, this is a typical view when watching a stream. Just a bunch of shit in the chat. Even worse, it is on a centralized service. But with Gossip, you're not only able to have the benefits of a peer-to-peer chat, but also you can have a filtered chat which is moderated through tokenized voting by the audience, making it easier for both the streamer and the viewers to filter and sort high-valued chat messages or questions. This creates opportunities for streamers to engage more with their audience. The application utilizes secure scuttlebutt to achieve fully decentralized chat. This can be scaled to handling a huge amount of messages. Currently, the voting is done openly, but this could be extended with zero knowledge, perhaps only showing the results to the streamer. Gossip can be extended to create a fully decentralized streaming platform, potentially with live peer.
We have time for one question.
From Scuttlebutt, you get message IDs, and you use the message IDs to do the voting on chain.
Thank you.
Hi, so this is Ninja Wallet. So Ninja Wallet is about the stealth address. Stealth address is a kind of private address. You have control, but no one knows this address is yours. So this is the kind of private address. So we are using the Sysmo and account abstraction to create a private preserved wallet. So this is a problem. So there's a stealth address. However, current stealth addresses are challenging to manage and lack of availability connect credential data for verify identities. And transactions are not possible without native tokens. So we have solutions as Ninja Wallet offers simplified GK-based stealth address with Sysmo and gaseous transaction while Sysmo proof and account abstraction and improved stealth address usability with privacy. So let's make that demo. So this is a demo for the stealth address with Sysmo. So we create a Sysmo proof using wallet ID and credential, and this is the account abstraction wallet. And this is the private address. He only knows, and you have control. And this is a scenario that you have a USDC inside the wallet. But actually, there's no native token inside the wallet. But you can make transactions using Paymaster account abstraction. So this Paymaster is verifying your identity. And this.
We have time for one question.
Okay. Okay. Oh, it's so short. So it's a kind of account abstraction and Sysmo connected stealth address, privacy preserved address management system. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Okay, hi everyone, my name is Rick. Together with our team, we saw a problem. We've built a zero-knowledge private payroll app because public payments disclose holdings and spendings of both the receiver as the sender. And the other way around, it also allows for reverse engineering to dox identities. Examples of this are, for example, that John earns more than me for the same job. Or in a DAO, this address is holding Pepe, that must be John. All real seed investors are also holding Pepe, could be something. And in donations, you could see that other people have contributed more or less. Our solution allows for single or multi-payments using Railgun. You could also create a group and save the numbers and addresses for people that you continuously every month send money. And at the end, after unshielding transactions, what we do is we allow to swap using 1inch, so the people can get their tokens in the desired currency that they want. And we use XMTP to chat with each other to discuss the terms of this.
We have time for one question.
Is there one question? True. There are also cases where the public, where transparency is really important. It really depends on the use case. So yeah, therefore you want to choose between public and private. Thank you very much.
Okay, hi. Hi everyone, we are Missing Root and we want to create a private and secure airdrop solutions. And for airdrops, what we think is ideal is that the airdrop is only distributed to OGs or contributors, but also the contributors, since they have different contributions, so they have a different amount of airdrop. But since they have a different amount, there will also be some argument of why he take more or someone take more. And also when there's an airdrop, there's also disclosure of the address that everyone will know who got the airdrop. So our solution is to prevent it. And we have 3 parts. First is issuer. We just create a mystery box using the 6551. And for claimer, we will verify their identity using this small connect, and we ask them to create a Railgun wallet, and we use it to let them claim their airdrop. And for distributions, after we receive their Railgun address, we will distribute using our reward server, and we will transfer the mystery box, the 6551, to the users. And only when the users take out the 6551 from Railgun, they will know how much they got. Yeah. And yes, this is our project. Yeah. Yeah, we have a simple. We didn't done the integration yet, but we have all the contracts, and yes, you can find our. Yeah. We didn't have a front end, and I just done like front end React 101 yesterday night, and this is what we got. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Sorry. Hi everyone, I'm Paul, and today I'm here to present you Cycleo. Cycleo is a payment platform to let you pay in any crypto, in any chain. Because currently the problem is that the payment in crypto is stuck. By example, Alice wants to pay a ticket for ETHDam, but she only have Polygon and USDC, USDC on Polygon. She can't pay, so she must go on Stargate, Bridge, etc. But with Cycleo, you can just select the chain, select the coin. It detects every ERC20 you have in your wallet, and it automatically swap it by OpenOcean if it's on the same network, or it's bridge it by Li-Fi to change the chain. The impact can be integrated in Shopify, or even change the payments on Web3 and integrate a lot more coin payments. I can just show you quickly. So you put your email, you select the chain, and it directly scans all your ERC20, and you can just pay. Click. And here we go. I just pay a subscription. It automatically swap it. And I can even receive directly a notification on Discord when it's done. It will come, and here we go. We just got a notification. So you can add a webhook or anything to bring it into your server. That's it. No, it can allow to pay an NFT from any chain. You can have funds. Yeah, there is a Solidity callback, and so you can do whatever callback then with the payment.
Okay, so Doxy privacy enhanced NFT trading platform, so like opens your Blur, but with more anonymity for buyers and sellers. Invest in privacy. So in short about the tech, Railgun, it's kind of like Tornado Cash, but you can do transactions with it. It facilitates them. So you, for example, can purchase some DAI, get some other token back into your private account on Railgun. And what we wanted to do with this hack is basically allow people to sell NFTs. How we made the solution is make a new contract, and let's say we have Alice, she wants to sell an NFT, Bob, he wants to bid for the NFT. They both send the balances to this other intermediary contract, and they get some IOUs back, and when they want to cash out, they just like burn those IOUs and they get their balances. So Railgun basically has steps which are like the basic coding blocks, like for example, adding liquidity or removing liquidity, and yeah, just like shielding your balance, approving stuff. So if we want to like actually interact with other things, we need to like code from scratch like these steps or the recipes, which are like more complex actions, for example, like buying stuff, depositing, taking the LP, putting it back into your shielded balance so it's anonymous. So for the future of this marketplace that we constructed, or like the basic blocks of it, we want to write the recipes for interacting with OpenSea and Blur using Railgun, so that you can kind of buy and sell NFTs anonymously instead of knowing, hey, this address, purchase the stuff. And we also want to allow people to conduct anonymous airdrops with no correlation to your address unless the user wants it. So for example, you get the DAI airdrop or a 1-inch one or a shitcoin one, and then you want to be able to exchange that and put it into your nice balance in your public address instead of people knowing that, hey, you were at this event that gave you that airdrop. So overall, what this allows you to do is trade more privately. Excuse me?
We have time for one question?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so, and in the future, we also want to figure out how to remove that extra contract by likely forking Railgun's free layer and to construct recipes for buying, bidding, selling on OpenSea and Blur. Yes, sorry.
Oh, no, we had time for one question. But
Oh,
thank you.
oh, awesome. Okay, cool. Thank you. I didn't get that. Thanks.
Excellent. Okay, so we've built Electora, a trust-minimized private voting application. There's a real issue with voting applications at the moment. Off-chain voting solutions are, you're unable to verify eligibility of voters. There's no way for us to verify the eligibility of charity AGMs, shareholder voter meetings, general elections. How do I know that the right people are voting? On-chain solutions reveal too much information. They reveal your public address, they reveal who you voted for, and most of them reveal those votes whilst the election is still ongoing, which greatly influences the outcome. What we've done is make all of that private yet verifiable. So we can use Sysmo data groups for our eligibility criteria. You provide a ZK proof that you are eligible, and you keep your identity secret. We use threshold cryptography and a decentralized DKG ceremony from Threshold Network to then encrypt both the ZK proof and the vote. Those can be stored on chain, in public. When voting period ends, though, that package can be decrypted and the full thing can be verified by anybody using already existing open source tools. What we've built just allows that to be a simpler, seamless experience.
We have 30 seconds for time. So
Yeah, exactly. So I want to show you what a vote looks like. So this is a ZK proof coming back. This is your vote that you've sent, and then the whole thing gets encrypted, and we can send it, and it's stored on a smart contract. The whole thing can then be verified later on by anybody. That's what I really want to highlight. You're not trusting us. We make it easier to do, but you can go away and verify these things yourself.
thank you.
Thanks.
Hello, we introduce Fusion ZK, the private swap at the best rates, meeting 1-inch ecosystem and Railgun ecosystem. To enable the meeting of DeFi potential with cypherpunk value, to enable a real censorship-resistant way to trade assets, to connect all 1-inch users with privacy using Railgun technology, and enabling every Railgun and Railway wallet to access to all DeFi liquidity provided by 1-inch.
So how we do that? We do that by creating a private compliant access to all DeFi liquidity by leveraging the Railgun technology, that is the SDK, can create a built-in privacy solution for the user, and leveraging the 1-inch Fusion SDK to create MEV protected without any gas fees and fully decentralized and with a fully smooth experience for the on the user side. So on the point of view of the user, it will only have an easy and intuitive swap exchanges, but on the behind, we will leverage the both technology at the same time.
So one of an interesting use case of our solution is to allow private DeFi strategy. By protecting the DeFi strategy, it allows neither copy trading or strategy imitation. It authenticates the success of the DeFi strategy. So there is no found information disclosure and no info on how the user is doing the DeFi strategy. Thank you for your time and have a nice day.
No question?
What does what is the status that you achieved from the technical side of this hackathon?
So on the technical side, we implement the cookbook. We import the Yarn cookbook. We download the quick start, and after that we create the front end, and we create all of the recipe, the steps, and because we do the same way as 0x, we fetching the back end. So we're using the SDK of 1inch there, and that's where we place the order, and it's going all up to the recipe, and the user at the end just click on the button, and we recall on the behind the Railgun SDK that calling the 1inch Fusion SDK.
That's all working now?
Right now, we only make it possible to create implement the 1inch and the Railgun SDK environment. And right now, because we didn't have much time, we have the port of the wallets, and we didn't have the middle between right now. But it should be working.
How was the project called?
It's called
Fusion ZK.
Fusion ZK. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Hello, guys. I'm representing DeFi Wolves team. So what we build landing Fusion. So it's really simple. We took a landing protocol, add 1inch Fusion, and combine it in a new protocol. So our goal is to utilize landing protocols liquidity, indexes to have better API, lower price slippage via 1inch Fusion. How we did it, how it works. So user want to swap 100K, it will go through 1inch Fusion, where we can become a resolver as a part of landing protocol. So we can get flash loan from landing protocol, deposit, add liquidity, swap it, get fee, send back to user, and distribute all the fee between all participants. So everyone has hit their portion of the fee. This is the way how we build it, because it's not easy to build it right now on 1inch Fusion. So we build a smart contract, which is mocking some of the stuff. And this is the result of the execution. Questions?
You have any numbers?
Like what? No, we don't have a numbers yet. So you really need to become of the resolver, take all the data, calculate it. But if you look at what Fusion is doing now, so there is still a lot of room for a lot of space to improve it. So it's basically, like, as I said, utilizing unused liquidity. So to have a DeFi Wolves. DeFi Wolves. Everyone? Huh?
Gas spendings, like about gas fees you're resolving. How much? One question.
Yeah, we've got to get through some teams.
I will answer that. Thank you.
We are a mask merchant, and we would like to provide an opportunity to give opportunity to make a private transaction for a merchant, but from merchant perspective. Basically, imagine a situation that you are on a Twitter. You are scrolling through the Twitter, and yeah, you find your nice thing which you would like to buy. And here you can just click the pay anonymously with Twitter button. And thanks to that, we are connected to Twitter already. We can pay. Okay. We can pay in basically 2 steps from Twitter using your cryptocurrency, but it's all private. How does it work? Basically, we use Sysmo to first of all connect our Twitter account with a wallet and give opportunity for merchants to use Railgun and Railgun private wallet that users are paying directly into there.
So we are giving all the necessary information, and here are some results. So basically, at the first moment, there is no Matic inside our merchant wallet, and the whole workflow looks like this: that we are connecting our Twitter account to the Ethereum wallet. It's only the first and only one use of this case. Either way, it's already connected. We have opportunity to pay this, in our case, one Matic. And yeah, there we have one Matic inside a private wallet of merchants. Thank you.
So did you integrate Twitter with like a social ID in mind, or what's the Twitter use case?
So it's supposed to go into part of the account abstraction contract, which is in essence like work in progress. But the ideal picture is yes, Twitter logon will be the credential to access the funds in the wallet.
Thank you.
Thanks.
My name is Mike. I would like to present today a concept of Sybil-resistant NFT marketplace or token launchpad. So this platform combines two technologies, a Sysmo, like privacy-oriented access protocol, and 1inch Fusion that provides a Dodge auction for lowering price. So for example, we would like to sell, like a company would like to sell a token, like provide a public sale, or for example, we would like to sell an NFT. So we choose an according token type, and we need to choose an audience. So then we need to, an audience, it's a Sysmo group. We can select it from list of public groups of Sysmo. For example, we would like to limit the sale to only Gitcoin passport holders. So we select. So we need to check this group, and then we put it inside a field and provide the collection, token ID, maximum and minimum price, and we submit the fusion order. So when the order is submitted, we can fill it through fill page, but we need to be sure that we are eligible to fill this order, so we need to sign through with Sysmo and generate the key proof. This start test group that contains Gitcoin proof, and after the decay proof generated, we can the decay proof is included into the transaction of resolving fusion order, and we deploy the public resolver that anyone can use, the contract to public resolver, and this contract checks this that the key proof of Sysmo is eligible and order can be filled. So that's how it works.
Time for one question?
After an NFT is sold through this thing to a specific person eligible through Sysmo, can it then still be transferred to somebody not eligible?
Of course, if it's sold to a person, if it's a standard NFT, it can be transferred by any.
But you can create like one-time use ZK proof, so it will be not used for others.
All you can use are like own NFT collection limited to this use case.
It can be used also for resolvers, market makers to connect like for both sizes from participators. If users, if they want something by pass KYC but not like provide the information, and other project who collected, they don't need to storage, and also it can be like professional market makers or traders, so whatever who want, anyone can use it.
Hello everybody, we are ProofShack, and ProofShack is a very user-friendly way to prove ownership. Proving ownership is going to be of an address, but also of the digital assets that it holds indirectly. We are currently working also on proof of NFT, so that we can prove that you are holding an NFT, but without revealing your address. We are looking at and already started working with Sysmo and Railgun. So what is the problem? The problem is how to verify or challenge something or a claim of someone that's suitable for day-to-day use. And this is very important because we need usable tools that can even a normie can use. So examples for this are ad hoc events, or you meet someone person to person, or for small organizations or venues that don't have the capacity to make this solution like a DeFi or an exchange product can bake it in, making with a wallet pop-up or whatever. So we can do this. How technical was it to build? Fortunately, I have a beautiful team for that, and they set up the front end, the back end. They made sure that there was a signature verification, and we're still working on the zero-knowledge solution. So we hope to do that in the future as well. So what is the problem that was why we made it? Is that when we figured out we wanted to do a lot of complex projects, but we figured this building stone was missing, and it's really simple. So our value is there is no tool that exists yet. Well, it should be, because it's super simple and it works. So our strengths for monetization, we don't have a token, we don't have a smart contract, but we do add value to Web3, and we can sell our advisory services for notaries, for lawyers, for financial institutions that need to help to prove and verify with an easy app. So, very easy, it only takes 15 seconds, that's the whole deal. You can just scan it, open it, and then, oh, let me just do it, by the way, on this screen. That's obviously easier. You go to Proofshake it, you fill in, what do you connect with a wallet, MetaMask, you're here, then you can prove, or you can challenge someone to make sure that the claim is right. In this case, we're going for the easy one, non-interactive. So we're going for proofshake.eth, generate a proof. And now I want you to get your phones out with your camera. I'm signing it here. You guys can sign it, and you can, on your client side, you can verify that this signature is valid.
We have time for
Thank you.
question.
Can you tell me more about the pilot? Like, what do you think of like the first usage of this?
That's a great question. Thank you. Because we already have a pilot with the NFT Playground where we had the meetup. They were really interested, and we're going to do a pilot there, maybe with some ticketing at the door or with their beer, Copernicus. If you're a POAP holder, for instance, and you bought the beer, you can get a tent for free, and you can verify that you have an amount of beer of the POAPs with our easy tool in a day-to-day practical use. But that is what they wanted.
Thank you so much.
Cool. Thank you.
I'm here to present IDW3. IDW3 is a portal. Moreover, IDW3 is a sales portal that is designed specifically to bridge transactions between Web 2 and Web 3 markets by selectively revealing granular data, sensitive granular data from users when they interact with legitimate, verified businesses. So it's done through an onboarding process that firstly begins with Sysmo. We undertake a KYC, create a Vault ID, and pass this granular data into a database that is then going to be allowed to be revealed to people when they undertake a transaction on anything like an e-commerce website. Transactions are undertaken using Railgun, and once the transactions are complete, receipts are auto-generated and mailed to either the business owner and the user. What this yields for us is shielded, trusted transactions, obviously the selective reveal of granular data, and it provides a bridge to allow us to secure privacy, consent, and pave the way towards the future of transactions in Web 3 and Web 2, importantly. Let's try and look quickly at the onboarding process. It's relatively straightforward. We begin with Sysmo, and as the ZK proof is generated on Sysmo, it'll be passed back into a standard Web 2 database. This will then allow you to go and instantiate an IDW3 contract on-chain. Or, if you're a proprietor, if you're selling something, you can open a proprietor IDW3 account. You pass your details in. This is securely stored in a backend. And once Railgun is integrated on your local machine, you're going to be allowed to integrate IDW3. So now let's say you're going to any sort of normal commerce site and you want to buy, let's say, a pair of nice shoes.
We've got about 20 seconds left.
That's fine. That obviously skipped through quickly. We basically just amalgamate transactions, ideally using 1inch, and at the end of the process, emails will be sent out, And that will actually draw it to a close. Thank you.
Yes, cool. Hi. So I'm Duck from Safer Team. The core premise is that we have a lot of information about who contributed to GitHub organizations, specifically to protocols and to companies behind all of this. And the data that's usually exposed publicly is the committers, which in general is quite easily spoofable because there's a lot of airdrop hunters who contribute to documentation pages. So it's not always accurate. It doesn't really give an ideal portrait of the actual people who are part of the core team. So I wanted to create a second data set, which is a subset of committers, which is actually people who are part of the GitHub organization in a verifiable way, so that these people can be acted upon in any way that we see fit. Might it be airdrops, might it be rewards, or just allow them to sign in easily. So to do this, we're going to go through a signing with Ethereum process, in which I connect my wallet, and I sign a message. And once that's done, I can then go and connect to GitHub, pass a OAuth stage, grant some read-only access on my profile and the org. And once that's done, I get redirected back. Now I'm an identified GitHub user with a valid OAuth token, so I'm provably who I say I am. I also have approved wallet. And I can now go and say, check out my membership for this project. And this doesn't result in any success, but actually here, the database was empty, and now it actually contains my ID and my organization.
We have about 15 seconds.
And that's pretty much it. So the idea is to scale this up to way more contributors in the space, scan every GitHub organization out there, and build a massive database of everybody out there who is actually still working and doing stuff. Thank you.
Okay, our team name is Autify. So we basically made automated DeFi investing easy. Like Autify is a user-friendly app that allows you to automatically actually do swaps. Basically, we wanted to make something that's easy for regular people. We started with dollar cost averaging. You set up your recurring auto swap. You set a budget. You set an interval and specify an amount. You can also decide to send the swapped funds automatically back to your funding wallet or another cold wallet. There's a few steps. You deposit some funds in a account-abstracted wallet, so we can do things on your behalf. It's still non-custodial. Then you set a budget and interval. We execute transactions for you, and you might receive the funds back in your own wallet, or you keep it in the account-abstracted wallet. We have a little video here of this stuff. This first stuff, we tried to do something with.
30 seconds.
Yeah, that's the video. Like Sysmo, we skipped at one point, but here you see sort of like how far we got. So we were able to have the account abstraction, deposit funds, and add auto swaps. We're setting now here like a auto swap with a budget of 950 USDC, and it's doing 50 per swap. And then like there's a lot of old ones that we also have active. Actually, this is the end. Maybe the last slide I should still show is.
One question.
Okay, question.
Like, is the plan you build these strategies yourself, or like people create their own strategies? Or?
Yeah, in the future, like to have more complex strategies. That is actually
like
the idea.
Built by the Autify or built by the user?
I think provided by Autify because of the target audience.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, hello everyone. So my name's Conrad, I'm CTO at RhinoFi, but actually I'm just here on my own for the weekend. Decided to do a bit of hacking. This is the project that I'm going to talk about for the next, 60 seconds. If I can just present this. Yes, so what I built was a multi-token transparent vesting contract, or as another way of putting it, a fun way to spend the weekend playing with smart contracts in Scroll ZK EVM. And essentially, it's solving the problem of when token, but rather than people airdrop hunting, this is when you want to collaborate with people and maybe pay them over an extended threshold, or if you want to incentivize team members who've been with you for a while to stay for multiple years, give them the tokens ahead of time, and basically give them emissions drip by drip, or month by month. So a worked example, let's say Bob wants to pay Alice 10,000 USDT for a year of contributing to his project. He wants to demonstrate goodwill, but doesn't want to pay the total amount up front. Bob might deposit 10,000 USDT using this contract function, nominating Alice as the beneficiary. Bob would then set the cliff for when this would start to unlock and then when this will finish. And then Alice is quite happy because she sees the funds in her vesting contract, nominating her as the beneficiary, and she knows when she can claim. And after 6 months, Alice can begin linearly claiming the funds as they unlock. Alice is happy.
We have about 20 seconds.
Excellent, so I'm almost done. So what it is, fully transparent escrowed funds. Multiple beneficiaries can be baked into the contract, so it can be multiple tokens, multiple beneficiaries. Cliff times, end times are variables, so you can set them however you like. Beneficiaries can't withdraw before their cliff time, and when it's time to withdraw the funds, they go to the beneficiary directly. Any questions?
How's it like different from like Sablier and Llama Pay and those things?
Yeah, there are a couple of examples of how this has been done differently. I just built it into like a factory contract to make it like a single place where everybody could see all the things that were pending payment rather than having like a different contract deployed for every single vesting period. Cool, thank you.
Okay, cool. All right, hello everyone. We are ZikiLeaks, the private peer-to-peer WikiLeaks. So, being a whistleblower is a dangerous game. You're constantly dealing with censorship and threats, and you have to primarily work through intermediaries because it's hard for you to get reach on your own. You don't have network effects, and you don't have the validity that these intermediaries give you. But luckily, now we have ZikiLeaks, which is a peer-to-peer version of these traditional platforms. Get reach for your publications without trading your privacy, and get donations without a middleman. Let's see how it works.
So if you're a whistleblower, first we need to verify with Sysmo that you're part of the specific organization that you're publishing information about. This is to prevent fake content, but without revealing your identity. After that, you're guided to the creation of your Railgun wallet so that you can receive donations without revealing your address. The publication is then posted on Lens without using your personal profile to reach a wider audience through their ecosystem of applications. If you're a donator, you can also send donations completely anonymously with Railgun through private transfers without revealing your address. And we developed an on-chain creation system on Scroll based on upvotes and downvotes to allow every user to ensure the quality of the content.
And transparency.
And transparency.
Yeah, and it's all live on Versal, so check it out. Thanks.
Hi, so I'm Social Boost. So social network is a great way to onboard new user on a chain, and so to bring more volume. And it's also a good way to reward some user for the action. So what I did is that I create, so this would be a social network. It's on the form of an NFT, so here you just do a random post and you submit it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm struggling with the... So once you submit it, we can link it on Discord and we'll do a vote. So if we like it or if we dislike it, if the result is positive, the user is going to receive some like social positive points. So it's both going to help to onboard new user on the chain, thanks to Discord that is right now accessible to everyone, and also to reward the user. And the next step would be to use the shield with Aleph0. So that you can vote anonymously for some content. So basically, if you like a post, but that you don't want everyone to know that you agree with that, you can just use our solution with Aleph0.
Can you show the demo page again?
Yeah, I'm struggling with the. Sorry.
Is the intent to integrate to another platform? Or
Also, it can work with Lens. Right now, I just did a regular NFT contract. Yeah, because today I deployed on Scroll, but the best thing would be to use Lens. But yeah, it would be more compatible with that, yeah.
What's the name? Sorry?
Social Boost.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
In the past 30 days, 110,000 people were victims of an attack called the sandwich attack. The attackers in this period stole over $8 million, and during this talk, there will on average already be 8 attacks. So, I want to show you some statistics. I took this screenshot at 12. You see how many attacks there are committed. What the victims lose, one person lost a lot, and what the attackers also get. This guy got so much from just doing this unethical thing. So, in general, in sandwich attack, frontrunners and validators abuse their power of knowing the sequence of transaction processing. And but if we can shuffle this in a true random way, we can actually prevent this. But how do we know whether the shuffling is really random? So I create an algebraic procedure that actually enforces a community-shared shuffling of the transactions. So how the program works is like when you send a transaction, you also send 2 numbers. And this prevents the frontrunners and validators from abusing their power. So the validators can't abuse their power to shuffle because they are actually subject to the algebraic constrictions. And the users also can do this because it's also the case in reverse order. So they're in deadlock if they actually want to do this. So with this, we can actually eliminate sandwich attacks in the future, or actually eliminate every case where a frontrunner or validator can abuse the fact that he knows what the transaction order is. And this will actually guarantee a more approachable, decentralized system for people with less money and less power. Thank you for listening. Yes?
Is like the idea for this to actually implement it like at the consensus layer, or can it be layered on top of existing networks? Or?
So it can be embedded in existing layers. The thing is, like, I always like to compare it to RSA. It's not a thing on its own. It's just a tool you can use to make your protocols you're making way more safe and also guarantee that the shuffling happens properly using that algebraic algorithm.
Thank you so much.
What's the team name?
What's the name of my project?
True Shuffle?
Yeah, True Shuffle. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, everyone. We're 3key private payment requests. This is our team. Not going to go too deep into that. But, well, I guess if some of you live in the Netherlands or are Dutch, know Tiki. There were some privacy concerns with Tiki, and the Fed is deploying their payment solution called FedNow in a couple months. So we wanted to respond to that with kind of Tiki, but private. So create untraceable payslip, send it anonymously, and protect your identity. And you can easily share this payslip with a QR code or socials, which we don't recommend. Let's get into the demo straight away. So 3key. All right. Cool. So here I choose what I want to ask for. Let's say one Matic request. Then I get the QR code, copy it, go here, paste it, and then I can see that I can claim this, approve it. Oh yeah, I'm on the wrong thing. All right. Yeah, doing that. Yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha. Are we in time? Nope. But trust me, it works. One second. I'll show you. Maybe while the questions are there, you will see it. What? What? Oh, damn. Whoops. Classic.
All right, now. Yeah. Cool. All right. Transaction pending. Is there questions? No. Yeah.
It's like the one who receives the ticket is private, or the one who sends, or both.
Do you guys want to answer?
Yeah, the person that sends out the payment request, that's a anonymous address or a ZK address, and then the person that pays is also anonymous payment, so you never see who gets or sends the payment.
They need nothing but MetaMask, right?
And Railgun we built on top of.
Okay. But as an end user, do you
but
see it?
just MetaMask.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
We're here from Team Solarpunk. We're putting together a crypto element for trust and solar panels. So what does a Solarpunk kind of strategy have when you involve an industry that has no trustable hardware, ways that you can be surveilled and your privacy is exposed through digitization? We have provided a solution for very practical fractional ownership of solar panels, digitizing the energy offtake, embedding finance as a service, and then providing a governance layer. And we're targeting solar communities and embedded services for those communities. Solar is massive, and so the numbers you can read later. We really have a unity chip, is what we call it. It's a trust element that has a way to deliver elliptic curve elements in that hardware. And then we take these witness proofs and we roll them into a ZK type of snark, and then we can verify the data at the edge. We've made a clickable demo. It's a Figma demo, not live, but we do have a smart contract as well. And our team really worked hard over the last 2 days to make this possible. And Sonified is really targeting the European entry to do this. We think that the addressable market is quite large, and the total market available around the world for solar as an asset class, as a safe haven asset class, and the returns on solar are quite attractive. Compared to your APR from your token economies, this is a safe haven asset, and we want to digitize it and tokenize it. We're looking for talent, pictures, or projects, and capital. Thank you.
How much of this was built during the hackathon? Because I know what you've been working on.
So the hardware was not connected, so all the code and everything that was submitted is all done over the last 2 days.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much. So this is Lotto Yield, project I'm working on. And I decided to integrate 1-inch fusion. Sorry, I'm still out of breath. So Lotto Yield is a fair lottery on-chain. It's a liquid staking protocol as well. You stake your Ether or tokens, and the yield is generated, is distributed to a single winner. All right, so for the submission, I've created a button here that you can swap tokens using 1-inch fusion. And sorry. And I wanted to onboard users as seamless as possible. All right, so let's, for example, switch. Maybe I zoom in a little bit. All right. So let's send DAI transaction. Actually, now that I zoomed in, you can see it. First, I permit to use the DAI. Confirm. And then I send this transaction to 1-inch fusion to do a gasless swap for the DAI to Ether. And now it sends the Ether to the protocol. You can see below, I already did a few transactions. These are all the wallets that I've staked into the contract, their balance, their chances to win. I've already simulated a few rounds. And I have a demo panel here where I can use several hard-coded keys, so don't really need a wallet for now to present the rest. I can just choose an account. Let's say I want to deposit Ether. This is beyond the 1-inch fusion now. just the demo of Lotto Yield. Can withdraw, can end the round. Sure, that's all I need. And finally, I can claim a win. All right. Sometimes there are network errors, but if, let's say, I say, there we go. I choose a different account. It shows me the winner is number 2 for the simulation. We'll claim the win for number 2. And there we go. We claim the yield. Thank you very much. This was Lotto Yield, 1-inch fusion.
Basically, the small no-tech, no-code project that I was working on, more as a research platform. I called Proof of Privacy. It came up as, or the problem that I was trying to address here was that there is a lot of protocols, tools, networks, and there might be a risk of individual user privacy, even though the claims are made that these are private. And this is mainly due to de-anonymizing users, which can be happening to governmental surveillance and infringement of individual rights to privacy. So as I quoted here, Mikola Susko from Web3 Privacy Now, and he said, not every privacy has been empowered equally. So there's a plethora of projects that claim to be decentralized, privacy-preserving and anonymous, just to attract and follow a new narrative-driven user base. Most of crypto users do not have the skills necessary or tools at hand to verify these claims, and this poses additional threats stemming from trust in supposedly trustless and private environments. So the inspiration came from a discussion with Mikola Susko here at ETHDam. It seems as something of an interest since he's building this web3privacy.info, if you guys know the website. If not, check it out, web3privacy.info. It's an amazing repository. There is a GitHub repository as well with all the tools so far. Of course, you can add there as well. It has DeFi, it has coins, it has networks there. It's really broad. Okay, so mainly I was looking at L2Beat as well, where you can find the networks and their individual sort of risk assessment. And I thought, how about doing the same for the privacy? So build an analysis of a privacy first, and then publish a leaderboard and let users understand what the privacy risks might be when using certain platforms.
Thank you so much.
Small show.